Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Walaikum
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Walaikum assalam.
Just give me a quick second, just running into some technical issues. Just a quick second, I'll be right back.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Are you able to see me now?
Yes, walaikum assalam.
Walaikum salam.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
alhamdulillah.
yeah, we're just having some technical difficulties. Mashallah, there are 11 people online, and hopefully some more will join. But we're already 10:02, so inshallah we are going to start. In the meantime, Brother Ijaz, could you do me a favor? Could you call Brother Khalid or get him on board, inshallah?
Inshallah.
And some
Thank you.
other people are missing too. Maybe you can send them a quick chat that we're online. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, so inshallah today, let's start with our dua first. Okay, so we are gonna go here. And let's get it out of the way a little bit. Right here. Okay. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Brother Yaqub?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, a few more settings.
Brother Abid.
Ji bhai.
Assalamu alaikum. Brother Abid. Last week you sent some information, but I can't open it. And it was, I think, a document. I will forward it to you later on, or maybe you can resend it.
Inshallah, not a problem.
Okay. Jazakallah
Yeah,
khair.
inshallah, not a problem. Inshallah. Okay, so I'm trying to get something over. How's the sound quality, by the way?
Alhamdulillah, it's good.
Okay, good. Okay, then we'll leave it alone and just focus on things. Here we go. All right, so we go back to our slide. Get my picture out of the way. So, nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. قال الله تعالى إن هدى الله هو الهدى وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله الكريم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم waj'alhu li imaman wa nuran wa hudan wa rahma waj'alhu li hujjatan ya rabbil alamin. Ameen. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. So with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and with his extreme mercy and his pleasure, we start our class today. And as promised, we are going to do a quick review, and we will go over the information. Let's see, where is my, oh, okay, all right. So here is the slide I want to start with. Okay, so what are we doing from last week, or what we did last week? We talked about the categories of verbs. So we categorize them into two areas. One of them, based on the number of root letters, they were like salasi, like 3, and there were 4, so rubai. Then we also categorize them based on the time, like the tense. So we said there is a present tense, a past tense, and there are verbs which are of kind present and future tense. Agree? The other thing we said, that when we count the, when we look at the number of root letters, if there are certain root letters present in the root letter set, then they will be either sound or unsound. So far, so good.
Alhamdulillah.
Sound and do we remember the sound and unsound difference?
Yeah.
Yes. So the sound ones are the one where is the absence of hamza, the repeat letters, and the weak letters. So then anything else which has those 3 things in the root letters, then they will be unsound afar. So let's take a look at those. So we know that we have mahmuz. Mahmuz mean there is a hamza. Agree?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. What is let me
Yes.
see. Yeah. Here. Yeah, sound is pretty good. Okay, hamza. And hamza, then look, is there a hamza in the ain kalima here? Yes.
Yes.
And then in the lam
Lam.
kalima. Similarly, the second category was muda'af, and in there we have the root words or root letters repeating. Yes, like this one is first and this one is the last. But then we also have a combination when there are 2 root letters right next to each other. Okay. The third one is they are in the ain kalima and the lam kalima. Okay. So then we have a category called mu'attal. Mu'attal mean weak letters, and then another word for them is alil or illa. So we know that there are 3 letters which are considered weak. Which are those 3 letters? Waw, ya,
Yeah. Alif.
and also alif. Okay. So over here, the waw came in the fa position, in the ain position, the lam position, and over here, the ya is in the fa position, ain position, and the lam position. And then we have name for them. We have misal, and when it in the lam, when the ain kalima ajwaf, and the lam kalima is naqis, right? Then we have these situations when the weak letters are present in a sequence here, like waw, ya, right next to each other, and then waw and ya with a letter in between. And we call them lafif. Yeah?
Lafif. Yeah.
Yes. And then those, the one which are close to each other, they are called makroon, and which are separated by a letter, they're known as mafroon. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good. So with this, let me quickly change over to my camera, and I have to start everything over because I had to reboot my machine because it was just not working properly. Okay, so let's do this. See, can turn it on. Come on. It's coming. All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see the screen now.
Okay. So here is the paper and let's see. So the review I want to show it to you is the following. Okay, so we are dealing with verbs. Yes, and the verbs are known as fi'l, right? In Arabic, what do we know about verbs? We know that verbs are actions. Yeah. So if I say something like this, fa'ala, what is the meaning of this?
He did.
He did. And so actions are either past tense or present or future tense. Agree?
Yeah.
So if I want to say yaf'alu, then it means he does,
Will do. Will do.
he is doing, he will do.
Will do.
So we understand this much, right? We are all good with this. Okay. So when we have this, and we know that in order to understand the verbs, we work with this fa'ala pattern. Yes, fa'ala pattern. So how many words, root letters that we have? We have fa, and we have the ain, and we have the lam. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the basic understanding again, so that we know what we are doing. If we don't know what we are doing, then understanding the concept will be difficult. Yeah. Say that again.
The sound. Yeah, it's okay now. Yeah.
Okay now. Internet problems. Okay. So my screen is frozen. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, there is an internet problem here.
Yeah, we can hear you now, inshallah.
You can hear me, but can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see the screen.
Okay. All right. My camera stopped working. What's going on today?
can see it. It's fine.
I know, but I can't do anything. It's frozen on my side.
Oh,
Okay. So, how do I do this? Okay. Come on, don't do this.
Reboot.
I just did. I just did the reboot. Okay.
shut down another program.
Let's try again. Still frozen. Okay. We'll see what we can do afterwards. Okay. Let's see. I wanted to show you this. Okay. So I can hear myself back in somebody's computer. Maybe they can turn it off. Okay. So any questions on this slide? Because now we're going to do some exercises because my camera stopped working, but we'll see if we can fix it later. So without wasting any more time, let's look at this again and tell me if you have any questions on this, because based on this, we are going to do the exercises. So here is all the information you need to know. Okay. So what do we understand from here? If we have the Mahmuz category, that means we have Hamza in the root letters. If we have the Muda'af category, then we have a repeat letter in the root words. If we have the Waw or Ya, then we have the Mu'attal category. If the Waw is in the Fa position, then it is a Misal. If it's in the Ain position, it is known as Ajwa. And if it's in the Lam position, is known as Naqis. And we have Lafif, and we have Lafif Makroon, and we have Lafif Mafruq. When you have a Waw in the Fa position, then you call it Misal Wawi. What do we call it? Misal Wawi. And when you have the Ya in the Fa position, we call it misal yai. Agree? Yes?
Yes.
Ravijaz, somebody is there? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do
Yes.
this.
Uh,
Brother Abid, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Can you go back to the first slide you were talking about? The first slide.
I need to reboot. Something is really wrong here. Let me go back to that.
Very squeaky, noisy.
Is the screen?
I think the noise is coming from the audience. 034288.
Can we mute all of us?
We lost Brother Abid now.
what happened?
Maybe he's reconnecting.
Brother Abid is rebooting his computer. Hang on.
Should we all log back in, log out, log in?
No,
I think
no,
I'm
I don't
gonna
think-
try that.
Just
Logging
keep on.
out and in.
Stay there and he's going to join.
Okay, Javed bhai, can you hear me? Javed bhai?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I think Brother Anwar mistakenly made you the host. Could you please make me the host? Can you make me the host? Brother Javed, do you know how to make me a host of the meeting?
Though I don't know.
Okay, so
you
when
let
you hover on my name, there is a button of more. Just right click on that and say make Abid Ali host.
Okay.
Because it looks like Brother Anwar mistakenly made you the host.
What is wrong?
Okay, so if you take your mouse over my name, there will be a button called more. Click on that and say make Abid Ali host.
More. Security record, chat, meetings.
Assalamu alaikum. Should we all of us sign out and come back?
Setting.
Yeah, no
I think
need
that'd
for
be a good
that.
idea.
Just stay put. No, don't go anywhere. Just stay put.
This is security, record, chat, meeting, setting, minimize, background, stop, lower. So,
Brother Javed, click on the participants and you'll see Brother Abid's name and you just hover your
Yeah.
mouse on there and you see more.
participants, yeah. And
Yeah.
solid,
Did you- Yeah, that should be one of the name will be Abid Ali, and just right there is a button called more, and you make me a host, please.
Abadali, yes. And chat.
Click on the button more, and then
Yeah.
make Abid Ali.
There's a ask to start video.
No. Make host.
Make co-host.
Okay, make co-host. Go ahead, do
Yes.
that. Okay, Jazakallah khair. Okay, so can you guys see my screen again?
Yes.
Yeah, hold on.
Good. Okay, at least we are back in business. So just give me a quick second. Let me just start the screen, and then we'll inshallah continue. Can you see my camera now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
All right. So what I was trying to say, that we need to understand all about fail before we can do anything. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
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 All right. So when we are dealing with the fa'ala, then we have the fa kalima. Can you guys please mute? I can hear some kids in the background, please. Okay. All right. So when we are dealing with verbs, we have the pattern called fa'ala. The meaning is he did. And the root letters are fa, ain, and lam, right? So if we have hamza in the position of fa, then we call it mahmud. Yes? Everybody understand that part?
Yeah.
And what do we call it? Mahmuzul fa. What do we call it?
Mahmoud al-Fa.
Right. And there could be a situation that the hamza can be in the ain position, and we call it mahmuzu ain.
Yeah.
Right? Or al-ain. Okay? And when you have hamza in the lam position, we call it mahmud.
Lam.
Right? So this is the thing you need to understand, that a hamza could occur in the root letters. The root letters are fa, ain, lam. But if we have hamza in the fa position, we call it mahmuz. And hamza in the ain position, we call it mahmuzul ain. Or lam position, we call mahmuzul lam. Okay. And when you see mahmuz in the root letters, if there is a hamza, then we know that the fail we're going to make out of these root letters will be a weak verb or unsound verb. Is that concept clear?
Yes.
Okay. So because for that, I have created some examples for you. For example, here, I'm going to give an example, the word, then I'm going to give you the type, and then alpha, al-ain, al-lam, and then whether it is a y, wawi, or yai. Okay, so I'll give you one example. The word is sa'ala, right? Now, how many root letters are here?
Three.
Three. Do we see a hamza in the ain position?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm saying the type is mahmuz.
Mahmoud.
Agree?
Fine.
Okay, then the next thing is you will say this is
Ain.
mahmuzul ain. Yes. Then these next one will be blank because these are for the mu'attal category. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now my next question is to one of you, and I'm going to start with Brother Ijaz as usual. So Brother Ijaz, the word is or the verb is wa'ada. Yes. Now you have to look how many root letters you see.
3.
3. Okay, only Brother Ijaz with me right now. And do you see any of the categories of unsound verb in these root letters?
Yes. Wow. Wow. Kalam.
Wow. And wow is the weak letter.
Weak letter.
Mu'attal, right?
Yeah.
Now tell me, so first thing is wa'ada, what will be the name of it? What position is wow there?
Wow is fa kalma.
Fa kalima. So when you have a weak letter in the fa kalima, what is the name of it? Misal.
Misal. Misale wawi.
Misale wawi. So you see, it says misale wawi. You guys understand the exercise now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So now let's say Sister Lubna, mashallah. So look at this one, Sister Lubna.
Yes.
Tell me, these are all examples of unsound words. So there is no catch there. So we know that we are dealing with unsound words. How many root
Yes.
letters you see?
3. 3.
So which one you see here?
It's in the lam kalma, so it's wow.
Lam kalim. Is wow.
Yes.
The name will be when
Fi'l
you have
nakas wawi.
Naqis wawi. Everybody with me on this so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now is it doing this exercise will make you understand this better? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Brother Khalid, this word. Tell me, what do you see here?
I see this is Mahmouz with 2 letters. I forgot the name.
The 2-letter name is Muda'af, right?
Muda'af. Yeah, Baba. Muda'af.
Good. So this is Muda'af. Everybody agrees why is Muda'af?
Yeah. Repeat letter.
Because of these ba and ba. Okay. The next one is Khawifa. Sister Homa, could you please tell me what do you see here?
Yes. Three root letter, and the weak letter wow is in the position of ain.
Very good.
So it will be ajwaf.
Ajwaf, mashallah. And then it will be Ajwaf wawi
Wow.
or yawi or yai. So this is wawi.
Wawi.
Making sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, who's next? Brother Javed, mashallah. Hayya. How do you say this? Brother Khalid, help me out here. Hayya. Okay. So, Brother Javed, what letter you see here?
Ha, ye, ya. So
Okay,
ye,
hayya.
ya.
Yeah.
So double letters.
Okay, double letter.
Ye, ya, and Muzaif.
Okay. So You're right in a way, but let's think about the weak letter. So if you consider weak
Okay,
letter,
yeah. So
ya will
is,
be
ya will be the last one at lam kalma.
this will be lafif. See,
Lafif.
why is it lafif, by the way?
Two weak letters together.
Two weak letters. So it is not mudaf, it is two weak letters. And since they are right next to each other, this will be lafif. And what can makroon, mashallah. Jazakallah khair. You see how we are trying to test our knowledge?
Brother Abid, Assalamu alaikum. Brother Abid, I think this question was asked yesterday, but I'm kind of a little bit mixed up with Talaw, which we said is misal. Sorry, it's naqis. But why it's not motal? It has got one a weak letter.
Yes. So the top category is mu'tal, but inside the mu'tal category, based on the position of the weak letter, when the weak letter is in the position of lam kalima, the name for that is naqis.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
Okay, good. So
one question, sorry.
yes.
Yeah, so when we say madaif, so it means the madaif has no vowel letters.
It does not have weak letters. No, it does not have weak letters. So if yes, so double letters, but not the weak letters. So we have to, the terminology is throwing you off. Okay. So I'm saying something like this. I'm saying weak verbs. This is different from weak letters. Okay. When we think about weak letters, we say ya, waw, and alif. Yes. But when we think about weak verbs, when there is a hamza, there is a double letter, or there is a weak letter. Follow? So try to distinguish this. So weak letters, when I say weak letters, then I'm talking about letters only, which is ya and waw and alif. But when I say weak verbs, if these three situations happens, then the verb which will come out of those root letters will be called a weak verb or unsound.
Unsound.
What? Is that good?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So the next thing I want to show you, for example, look at this one. So what do we have here? We have muda'af. Ba, right next to each other in the fa kalima and the ain kalima. Agree?
Yes.
So ba and ba in the fa kalima and the ain kalima. The sa and sa, fa kalima and the lam kalima. Fa and lam kalima. Is that everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now look at this. Madadun. Madadun mean ain kalima and lam kalima. Okay. Why I put ism here? Because they are all with the tanween. Now, if you remember some sessions before, I said both the nouns and the verbs, they have a 3 root letter. You know, they all have by default 3 root letters. Did I say that or not?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is not a verb. This is babarun. That is a ism. Sulusun. Remember last time Brother Khalid was saying that sulusun is not a verb because it is an ism. And madadun is an ism. Now, in order to understand this first, doesn't matter whether it's ism or verb, we need to know what is the situation. The situation is the 2 root letters could occur in the fa and ain kalima, or in the fa and lam kalima, or in the ain or lam kalima. Agree?
So Brother Abid,
Yes.
in the case of muda'af, if the letters are coming next to each other or not next to each other, like in your examples there, they're not broken down further, like in the case of lafif.
No, they are not. They're not.
Okay.
So the chart I have shown you, that is the chart you should focus on and not think more than that or less than that, because I have pretty much covered the whole class, the 6 sessions in that one slide. Yes. So last time we got the concept and we focused on the mahmuz. Yes.
Yes.
In this class, we're going to do the review exercise and then we will focus on muda'af in the second half. Okay. So now with this, if I go back to my examples, let's go and let's do this one more time so that everybody can get a round of testing. Okay. So we have this. Now, who is next in the pipeline? Who was Brother Afzal? He was the last person who did, was a brother or a sister?
Brother.
Yes.
Brother? Okay. So Sister Nasreen, have you done one yet?
No.
Okay, please go ahead. What is Sa'ala?
Okay, it's a hamzated verb.
Hamzated. Where is the Hamza? Which position Hamza is?
Ain kalima.
Ain kalima. So is Mahmuz.
Mahmuz.
And is Mahmuzul?
Ain.
Ain.
Mhm.
Got it?
Yes,
Brother Abid, we can't see your screen though.
Oh, you can't?
We can see.
I can see it.
Wait. I'll probably stop sharing and then do it.
No, I can see that.
Okay, let's try for the benefit of Brother Khurram, I guess.
He may have a local problem.
Can you see it, Brother Khurram, now? Brother Khurram or somebody, whoever complained, are you able to see my screen now?
We can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Sister Nasreen, you got this now, this concept?
Mhm,
Brother
yes.
Naseeb, are you there? Brother Naseeb?
Yes.
Okay, so this one, how would you explain this to me? Wa'ada.
Week later is wow.
Wow, very good. And what position is it?
Fa.
Fa position. Okay, what is the name for that? No, it's misal.
Misal.
Okay, and it is wawi or yai?
Misal.
It's wawi because there is a waw. Yes?
Right.
Okay, good. Next one. Sister Hina, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Sister Hina, can you tell me this one? Talawa.
So it's weak letter is waw at the lam kalima position.
Very good, very good. So the name for that is? Nakis?
Yes.
Okay.
Nakis wawi.
This is Nakis wawi. Very good job, mashallah. So you're getting the concept, that's good. Who else is there? Brother Afzal? Tababa.
Ji, brother, it's Tababa. It's a repeat letter.
Very good.
So it's two letters ba are repeated,
What is the name?
and it is motal.
No, Muda'af.
Mudaf.
Mudaf. Yeah, sorry.
Right.
And no, I think I'm mixed up here. It is
That's fine.
mudaf.
Muda'af. And what is the position of ba and ba?
And what was it?
Ain and lam,
Ain and lam,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, Sister Jahan. Sister Jahan, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay, so Hawifa. What do you see in this?
So wow is the weak letter and it's in the N position.
Position, mashallah. And what is the name?
So it would be Ajwaf.
Ajwa. The Ajwa
then-
date?
And it's Wawi. Yeah, Ajwa dates.
Okay.
And then it's
Wawi.
Wawi.
Very good. Mashallah. Very good job. Brother Khurram, are you there with us today?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So the word for you is hayya.
So it has two yas repeated, and like since you walked us through a few minutes back, this is the lafif.
Very good. What kind of lafif is it?
This is
Isme Makrun?
Yai.
Makroon. Makroon means they are close to each other. Yes.
Okay.
Between the two weak letters, there is no gap. They are right next to each other. So that is makroon. Okay. Let's go to the next set now. Okay. All right. So let's see. Is there any other sister I missed so far? Hakim. Somebody there with Hakim. Hakim. Okay. Maybe she is not available. Sister Lubna, I'll go back to you. How's that?
Yes,
So wajada. What is this?
this is Miss Felia Misal,
Sal. Okay.
Misal Wawi.
Wawi. Very good job. Okay, brother Ijaz. Da'awa.
Da'awa. Bawa kalma at lam position.
Composition. Very good. What is the name?
Mudaf.
Naqis.
Naqis, sorry.
Because Mudaf is the double letter, right? So
Yeah.
the reason I'm doing this so that by default we start to pay attention to the names as well.
Yes.
Now it is Naqis Wawi or Yai.
Naqis wawi.
Very good job. Okay, good. Sister Homa, Amara.
Amara is Aleph position, so at the fa position.
Opposition.
Yeah, and it is
Hamza, right?
It should be misal, yeah. Misal, mu'tal.
Misal. No. Amara is Hamza. Hamza is Hamza
Mahmouz,
is
yeah.
Mahmouz.
Okay, yeah. Mahmouz, yeah.
And Mahmouz in what position?
In fa position.
So Al Mahmouzul Fa. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Next one, brother Khalid, Qawala.
Qawala. Yeah. So Wawi in the Ain position.
And position, the name is?
The name is
Gorbachev.
Wawi is and position. That's one is.
Remember Gorbachev from last
Oh,
session?
Ajwa.
So it worked. It is working then. Okay, so it is Ajwaf, Wawi or Yai?
Wawi. Ajwaf.
Very good. Very good. I think I forgot about Mr. Brother Murad last time. Brother Murad, are you with us?
Yes, brother.
Okay, so Waqaya. So what is this?
So this is a weak letter at the position of Fa.
Very good. Name?
And there is another weak letter at the position of Lam.
Very good, mashallah. So what is this?
So, no, I'm sorry. I'm unable to solve.
It matches with Brother Latif.
So it's Lafif. And
Okay,
this is
good.
Lafif Mafruq.
Mafruq, mashallah. Did everybody see that? Why is it Mafruq? Because
Yeah.
between the Wa and the Ya, there is another letter.
Yes.
So let's see. Who else? Okay. Sister Oneza, are you here today? Sister Oneza? Maybe not. Okay. Who did I not ask yet? Who wants to go for this one? Any sisters? Any volunteers?
I can do it.
Okay. Go ahead.
So it's 2-letter and it's Mudaif. So at the
Daif.
position
Very
of
good.
Ain, and Lam.
Very good job, mashallah. Okay, let's see if I have more words. Okay, very good. I think I have more words. Okay, brother Javed, Rawaya. What is that?
Weak letter Va at N Kalma. Ya weak letter at Lam Kalma.
Very good.
So,
Are they related to Brother Latif?
yeah, Lafif, yeah.
So they have a brother Lafif.
Makroon.
Very good, mashallah. Everybody see that Y is makroon?
Yeah, because the two together.
They're together. Okay, next one. Sister Nasreen, Qara'a.
Okay,
What is that?
again, hamzated verb.
Yes.
So mahmuz al-lam.
MashaAllah, Mahmuzul Lam. Everybody agrees with Sister Nasreen?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Hadaya. Okay, who's going to do that? Brother Afzal?
The brother, Ya is in lam position, and it should be Ya in the lam position. It should be hold on a second. It should
Start with
be
the
Naqis.
noon. Naqis. Now, is it Naqis Wawi or Yai?
Naqis Yai.
Very good. Why is it Yai?
Ye in the end.
Ya in the end. Very
Ya
good
in
job.
the end. Yeah.
MashaAllah. Very good. Haddada or Hadada. Sister, who else is there? I mean, I keep forgetting. Sister Hina, Hadada.
It's makroon, two letters together.
Okay. Makroon is when there is a weak letter in there. Do you see a weak letter in here?
No.
No. So it can be makroon, right? So let's focus on, are there any repeat letters in there?
Yes, there are two. The is repeated twice.
Very good. So the name for repeat letters are start with the meme.
Mahmuz.
No. For Hamza. The other one, the right after the Mahmuz. Mudaf. Yeah?
Yeah, mudaf.
Okay, good. Now, who else is there? Brother Khurram, would you? Oh, Brother Yaqub, sorry, I didn't ask Brother Yaqub. Brother Yaqub, are you there?
Yes, brother.
Okay, Brother Yaqub, ba ya'a. What is that?
So, Ya is on ayn position.
Ayn position,
Weak
mashallah, and ya is a weak letter, yes?
Weak letter.
Okay, so what is the name for this when it's in the middle?
This is Ajwaf.
Ajwaf, mashallah, very good job. So this is Ajwaf, okay? And what kind of Ajwaf? Wawi or Yai?
Yai.
Very good job. Yes?
Yes.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Very good job. Okay. Yasara, Brother Naseeb, or Sister Lubna, maybe I should ask the sister now. Sister Lubna, are you still with us?
Yes.
Okay, so would you like to do this one? Yasara?
Yasara. So it's in the weak letter is in the Fa kalma.
Fa kalima, very good.
So it's.
What is the name of it?
The name of it is. Yeah. Oh, it's a misal Yai.
Misal Yai, mashallah. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah.
No worry. Okay, let's see. Now, this is from the last class. So now let's go back one more time and look at this table now. And let's try to focus one more time. It will make more sense now. Yes. So we have Mahmuz. Now, as soon as we see Mahmuz, what should come to in my mind? That it has to do with Hamza. It has to do with Hamza. Mahmuz is from Hamza, right? You know how we say Rafa, and then something is with Rafa, then we say Marfu, right? If something is Hamza, then if there is a Hamza somewhere, we say Mahmuz, yes? So here, what is the meaning of Mahmud? You know the name Mahmud?
Praiseworthy.
Somebody who's praiseworthy, right? Somebody who's praised. So Ahmad is the name, but then whoever is praised is Mahmud. Yes? So Ahmad, Muhammad, Mahmud, these are all names for our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because he is the only person who is all three in the same instant. He is the Ahmad, he is the Muhammad, and he is the Mahmud. Yeah? Okay, so Mahmuz is when you see Hamza. Now, as soon as you think about Hamza, Hamza could be in the Fa position, or in the Ain position, or in the Lam position. Agree? So when we see it in the Ain position, we say Mahmuzul Fa. When we see it in the ayn position, we say mahmuzul ayn. And when we see it in the lam position, we say mahmuzul lam. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay, the second category is muda'af. Yes? And what happens, you could have the repeat letters with some distance in between, or in the, like this is in the fa and the lam position, this is in the fa and the ayn position, and this is in the ayn and the lam position, right? Now, so far, do I have to memorize this or just use my common sense? Because I know there are 3 kalimas and we call them fa, ayn, and lam. Yes. Then I'm just, if you give me different letters, I just match with them, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So similarly, there are no further names for this. You don't have to say, but yeah, mahmuzul fa, mahmuzul ayn, mahmuzul lam. But for muda'af, I don't have any names, so I'm not going to give it to you. Then we have the mu'attal category, and mu'attal category, mu'attal category. Mu'attal is the weak letters, and we have some grammatical rules say there are 2 weak letters, and some say there are 3, which is including alif. Okay, so here when we have the waw in the fa position, we call it. Actually, let me just show you all. It's called misal. And when it's in the ayn position, it's called ajwaf. And when it's in the lam position, we call it naqis. Now the chart is making sense that how we did the exercise and what we were trying to accomplish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we have some situation where 2 weak letters can come side by side. And they could also come with a letter in between. And then we call them lafif. Yes. And then the one which are right next to each other, we call them makrun. And the one which are far away, we call them mafruq. Follow? Now, after we did that, we have to do one more classification. If there is a waw in the fa position or ya, the name is going to be misal, but we call it either misal wawi or yai, depending on which letter is in that position. Yes? That is also a naming convention, has nothing to do with any other thing, right? So this will be misal wawi, misal yai. Over here, where is the waw kalima? In the ayn position. So we're going to call it ajwaf wawi, and this is ajwaf yai. Yes. Over here, it's in the lam position, waw and ya. We say naqis wawi, naqis yai. Okay. So this one slide, this one page can give you the picture of everything we need to know about unsound words.
Yes.
Okay. So my goal number 1 is this. This is the reason I spent the whole hour on this, just as part of review and exercise, so that it start to sink in, right? So anybody in this meeting right now in this class, if they're not comfortable with this so far, or the main idea, then I would like to stop and help them before I move on. Is there anybody who still have a little bit of a doubt, or even if it's the silliest question, go ahead and ask me, or let's go ahead and do it as a team so that we know that we are on the same page. Anybody who's feeling that way? Okay, so let's quickly do this then. Then what are these words? Takhfif, idgham, and ta'lil. Now, when we were dealing with mahmuz last week, we applied the rule of takhfif. What were the rules of takhfif? When there are 2 hamzas in such a way that there is one with haraka and one sakina, we need to remove. Yes? You remember that part? Now, in the idgham, if you know a little bit of tajweed, idgham means to merge. Yes?
Yes.
Now, how do we merge in the Quran? We have the word shadda.
Shadda.
When you see a shadda, that means that letter has come twice. Yes?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah. Okay. So another thing to remember about shadda is this. So for example, if I have For example, if I have dad, we have shadda, and I have the fatha on it. You know how to expand it? You would say dad plus dad with the fatha and sukoon. You understand this?
Yes.
So next time when you see something with the shadda and the haraka on it, that means the first dad was sukoon and the second dad had a fatha on it. And when you write it in a short, you say dad with the shadda and the fatha. Yes? Okay. So if I have... Yes,
Sorry.
brother.
So
Yes.
from the examples, last time you mentioned also about the two Hamzas, right? So, but we don't see that in the examples that we went today. Can you just explain that a little bit?
Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is the material from last week, yeah? And I hope that you have the copy from your WhatsApp.
I do, yes. So the question was about the
Yeah,
two
so,
Hamzas.
yeah, let's look at those things. Okay, over here. So when we do the rules of takfif, either replace Hamza with a weak letter. That was rule number 1. Yes?
Yes.
Second, or replace Hamza altogether.
Okay, yes.
Got it? These are the rule of takfif. Now we did something over here. I believe we did this one. If we take the root letters Hamza, Mim, and Noon. Yes? How many root letters?
3.
3. And there is a Hamza in the Fa kalima, right?
Yes.
Fa position. We also said we are going to deal with only the Fa changes. We're not going to worry about Ain and Lam. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So if I have the Hamza, Mim, Noon, and the Bab is Sami'a, yes? So Madi will be Amina, Ya'manu. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is our goal? Why are we learning these weak rules? We are learning because when we make the Gardan, because the Gardan has to have 14 variations. Yes?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And the Mudare, Madi has 14 and Mudare has 14. What was the good news? That in the Madi, there is no change when is Hamza in the Fa position. Remember that part? And the only change happen in the Mudare is in the Af'alu part. What part? Af'alu part. Everything else stays the same. Only this Siga number 13 is the one which is affected by the Mahmuzul Fa. Okay? So for that, I did this screen. So what is the last Siga, 13 Siga? Af'alu. Yes?
Yes.
So Alif will stay. Yes? And the Fa kalima will be replaced by Hamza.
Yes.
And the Ain kalima will be replaced by Mim. And the Lam kalima will be replaced by Noon. Yes?
Yes.
So it will become Hamza with the Fatha, then Hamza with the Sukoon, and Manu. Agree?
Yes.
Yes. Then we said, when you have a situation when you have two Hamzas right next to each other, in such a way that the first one has a haraka and the second one has a sukoon, then your rule number 1 applies. You need to replace it with the weak letter.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. So we did this math. We said if there is a Hamza with a Fatha and there is a sukoon, it will become Alif with the standing Fatha.
Okay.
Yes. And that is why Amanu become Amanu. Instead of writing it like this, we write it with Alif with the standing Fatha.
So
Making sense?
these words will fall in the Mahmuz category?
This is the rule for Mahmuz category, and that is from the previous class. We said replace Hamza with a weak letter or replace Hamza altogether. Yes. Okay. Now, when you are dealing with replacement of weak letters, you know that the Fatha corresponds with Alif, Dhamma corresponds with Waw, and the Kasra correspond with Ya.
Yes.
Yes. So over here in this situation, the alif will be donated by this standing alif here. Yes. But if there was wow, then it will become u. And if it's ya, then it will become e.
Okay.
Is that making sense? Everybody on the same page now?
Yes.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock. Let's take a 10-minute break, and then we will talk about muda'af and some of the rules of muda'af. And so don't leave the meeting. Finally, things are working. So just mute yourself, go get a cup of coffee or whatever, and then let's meet at 11:10, inshallah. Good?
Thank you.
Okay. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Everybody's back. Okay. All right. So for the next half hour or so, we are going to clear our head and going to focus only on the double letters. Yes. And so in this week is sort of an introduction to that. And then next week we will do the same thing, and then we'll try to reinforce and review and make sure that now, I believe that Mahmouz is quite clear now, right? Everybody understand Mahmouz now?
Yes.
Yep.
And the other thing is Arabic or any other language, or it doesn't matter what you're learning, you need to do a little bit of practice offline so that you can catch up on things. So Mahmouz is there. We have reviewed it and we have gone over the concept one more time. So now it's time to give you the Muda'af background and some of the rulings, and then we will reinforce it next week. So try to listen with an open mind and try to get the concept and not worry about a lot of details. You can go offline and read on your own. You have a lot of material to read. So look at some of these words in front of you. Mim, dal, dal. Okay. Qaf, sad, sad. Dad, ra, ra. Dal, ain, ain. Fa, ra, ra. Ta, ba, ba. Mim, sin, sin. Do you see a lot of repeat words?
Yes.
Yes.
In the ain and lam kalima only?
Yep.
So if I switch over to my camera, I showed you this slide earlier, this one, yeah? And I said ba, ba, fa kalima and ain kalima. Agree?
Yes.
Sulusun, sulusun, fa kalima and lam kalima. Yes? Okay. Now this one, madadun, ain kalima and lam kalima. Where are they? Ain and lam. In this course, we will cover only number 3. We are going to focus on this and not on this, not on this. Follow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now with this information, if you look at these again, do you see these root letters? Where is rule number 3 or the case number 3? They're all in the ain and the lam kalima.
Yep.
Right? Madada, kasasa, darara, da'a, farara, tababa, masasa, if I have to put it this way. Yeah? So let's look at the next slide. The other piece of information you need to keep in mind when you are dealing with the double letter and you're dealing with the 3 root letter families. How many families we have in the 3 root letter families?
6.
6. What are the names? Nasara, Daraba, Fataha,
Hasiba,
Karuma.
Karuma.
So the one information you need to put in your brain that for Muda'af, we are going to deal with when there are 2 root letters or repeat letters in the ain and the lam kalima, and they will apply from these 3 families. Nasara, yansuru. Daraba, yadribu. Sami'a, yasma'u. Making sense? Any questions on this point? The double letters, when you will see the words in the Quran, they will be mostly on these 3 families pattern. Nasara, Daraba, Sami'a, when you're dealing with the 3 root letter families. Yeah? Look what happens. When you have Madi, the Madi will become on the pattern of Nasara, Darara. What are the root letters? Dad, Ra, Ra. Yes?
Yeah.
So, and Yansuru will become Yadur, Ru. Yadur, Ru. Agree? Because if you put, let me show you on a piece of paper so that you guys are with me on this. Okay. So let's do this together. I'm going to show you cameras in a second. I'm just writing something. Okay. And the root letters we have is Dad, Ra, Ra. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the pattern called Nasara Yansuru. Any questions about Nasara Yansuru? This should be already familiar.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is Madi and this is
Mudari.
Mudari.
Okay. So what is the way we play this game? If I want to work with Nasara and I have the new root letter Dad, Ra, Ra, what it will become? It will become Dad,
Ra, Ra, Darara.
Darara.
yeah. Okay. And then the Yansuru will become
Yadarara.
Yadururu.
Yadururu.
Yad,
Ruru.
Ru.
Ru.
Is that making sense? Yad, Ruru. Okay. Now, when we are dealing with this, we have to apply the rules of idgham. What do we have to apply?
Rule of idgham.
Rule of idgham. Rule of idgham means to merge. Okay. Now, do we see two Ra here?
Yep.
Okay. So I wrote it wrong. It will be like this. Da, Ra, Ra. Yes?
Yeah.
Like that, right?
Mhm.
Now, have you seen things like that in the Quran?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not written like this. Okay, it's written like this.
Darra. Darra.
Yes, and Yadurru is written like this.
Yep.
Something like that. Yadurru. Making sense?
Yep.
So what happened here? Those two Ra's got merged into one. Yes.
So that should be.
Yeah. And the Dhamma, because what I said to you, that when you have a letter with a Shadda, that means there are two letters. One is Sakina and one is with the Haraka. Yes? So we are going to learn the rules of Idgham and then you will see how I did it. And but first I'm trying to see how do you digest this information? How do you process this information? Yes?
Sorry, should we have another Ra in Yadururu?
No, there is a Shadda now, right?
And there should be
We cannot read that.
Dhamma on the Dad, brother Abid. Dhamma
Sorry.
on Dad.
Hold on.
Yadurru.
Yadur.
Yadururu. Yeah, it should be.
Yadurru.
Sorry,
Yes.
Yadur, like that? Okay,
Yep.
good. Okay, so now let's try to focus on this. I know this is a little bit complicated, but we'll try to figure it out. Okay. Let's see.
I think there will be two rules apply on this one.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Okay. So let's
Yeah.
look at this screen. So there is a case when there is the two root double letters, right? Two letters, they're repeating. And what positions are we focusing on? Ain and Lam.
And Lam.
Agree? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we are saying that if the first one is Sakin and second has a Haraka, then we can do Idgham. The first one is Sakin and the second one is Haraka.
Haraka.
What does that mean? For example, if I take the root word Da, Ain, with me so far?
Yeah.
And it's Bab Nasara. Bab Nasara, Madi will be Da, A. Yes?
Mhm.
Yad, U. Yes? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, over here, Da, A. Do we see first Sakin?
Yeah.
Do we see Sakin over? Because we are talking about Ain, right? Ain and Ain. Is the first Ain Sakina?
No.
No.
Haraka.
There's a
It's Haraka.
Haraka.
It's a Haraka.
Look at the rule number 2. Rule number 2 is both have Haraka.
Yes.
Does ayn has haraka in Madi?
Mhm.
Okay. So what is the rule? The rule is when you have something like this, you have to merge anyways. So what are you going to do? You look at the letter before it. Does it have haraka?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you are going to force one of the ayn into a sakina.
Sukun.
Yes. And the other ayn will stay fatha. Agree? I just told you when you have something like ayn shadda with a fatha, that means one of them is sakina and one of them has the haraka.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this da'a will become da'a. You follow?
Yeah.
The Quran, you will find da'a, not da'a. That is the rule of idgham and is muda'af. Follow?
Yeah.
Okay. When you apply the same rule on mudare, okay, there is a situation when we have yad u. Now, the dal here, does it have sukoon?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we can do, in order to do the idgham, we have to make the first one sakina. So we give its position or haraka to the letter before it. Look what happened. Yad u become yadu. Yes. Can you write? Yes. Can you write the ayn with the sakina and the fatha as shadda with the dhamma? Yadu. Yes. Understand?
Yeah.
Yes. Yadu.
Okay. Now, it might take a little time to sink in, but what do we have to look? What I was looking here, I said, give me the root letters. You gave me da, dal, ayn. First thing first, I have the two repeat letters in the ayn and the lam kalima. So when I have that, can I apply the rules of idgham? The answer is yes.
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 Yes. First problem solved. I know that I have to apply idgham. The next thing is, what is the root pattern? Nasara. Yes. Now, just to understand, I have to apply on the Madi pattern, which is da, a, because I am simply putting the root letters in the Nasara pattern. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. And yad u, because of that mudare pattern. Then the rule is, when you have two ayns or two letters and both have haraka, you still do, but you have to make one of them sakina. And in order to make it sakina, you have to look at the letter before. If the letter before already has a haraka, you just force first ayn into sukoon. Yes? And then the ayn with the sukoon and ayn with the fatha can be written as ayn shadda. Making sense?
Yep.
So then it becomes da'a. And then the yadu'u, what happened with the yadu'u? The dal, because ya is the alamat mudari, yes?
Yep.
We don't need to worry about that. But the dal happened to be sakina, so it was easy for me to move this haraka to this sukoon. So it becomes this dhamma moved over to the dhamma here on the dal. And then ayn become sukoon. And we know that ayn with the sukoon can be written as shadda. What is the haraka on the second ayn? Dhamma. So yadu. Now, how many people remember reading Suratul Ma'un?
Yeah. Yadul yatim wala yahuddu ala
Yadul yatim wala yahuddu ala ta'amil miskin. Okay. So basically, this yadu'u was yadu'u. But do you see yadu'u in the Quran?
No.
No, you see yadu'u. Why? Because they applied the idgham of muda'af on this, and that's how you got yadu'u. Is that making sense?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at another example. We have the root words fa, ra, ra. Do we have ayn and lam kalima double letters?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the pattern? Daraba.
Daraba.
Yes. So daraba, if we put it in the daraba pattern, it will become farara, yafru, yafriru. Okay. Now let's apply the rules. Okay. Is the haraka in the fa letter, is there a haraka there?
Yes.
So we cannot move this haraka in the back because it already has a haraka. So what can we do? We can force it to go sakina. Right? So it become farra. Farra. Yeah. And how do you write farra? With the shadda and with the fatha. Farra. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Similarly, if you see yafirru, because you saw that the fa was sakina, and what was the haraka on the first letter?
Kasra.
The ra and ra, they are repeat, right?
Yeah.
Ra and ra. One with the kasra, one with the dhamma. So is it because the fa is sakina, can I move this kasra back to the fa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look what happened. I did to the fa, I gave the kasra, and what did I make the ra? Sukoon. Yes. So it become yafirru. Farra yafirru. Yes.
Yeah.
Now look at this. Mim, sin from Bab Samia. Masisa, yam, sasu. Masisa, yam, sasu. But you will not find this in the Quran. You will find massa, yamassu.
Yeah.
Why? Look at apply the same rule again. Over here, the meme has haraka. Yes. So I cannot move this kasra to the meme. Can I do that?
No.
No.
No. But can I one sin sukoon? Can I make this meme, this sin sukoon because of the idgham rule?
Yeah.
So it become massa because the second scene I'm not going to touch. Yes.
Yeah.
So become massa because this scene with the sukoon and scene with the fatha can be written with the shadda and fatha. So it become massa. Exactly. You got it?
Yep.
Which rule did we apply here, Brother Abid? Rule number.
Idgham. The rule is that when you have two repeat letters and they both have haraka. Yes. The first scene, meme, scene. Yes. Okay. So meme is like this. Scene, kasra. And then there is another scene with the fatha. Masisa. Masisa. Yes.
So the rule states that if both.
So the rule is when you have two repeat letter with both haraka, is the first scene has haraka and the second scene has haraka? Yes. There is a kasra and there is a fatha. So in order to make it idgham, to merge it, you have to look at the letter before. Is the letter before as haraka?
Yes.
So I cannot touch it. I cannot touch it. I cannot change it. Yes. So what can I do? I just take this kasra away and put a sukoon in.
Yeah. Okay.
Now tell me something. Seen with the shadda or sukoon and seen with the fatha can be written like this.
Yes.
So that is why you become yamassu. Yamassu. Yes.
Okay.
Not yamassu. This is not the right way to write it. You write it like this. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Yes, inshallah.
Now, Sister Homa and other people, I know you are very quiet. Did we get it or we did not?
Inshallah. Yes, we are getting it. Yes.
I
Alhamdulillah.
understand. It's
Lubna,
complicated, but yeah.
it is complicated, no doubt. No doubt it's complicated. But if you see the high level picture, inshallah, I will come to you. Let's try looking at more examples so that you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. So now reading this chart will become easy. So we have Nasara, Yansuru. So what happened here? We are just applying the root letter Darara, Yad, Ruru. Then what will happen? Over here, it will become Darra, Yadurru. Now, how many people can see that why it become darra yudurru?
Yes.
Right? And didn't I give you this example just now on a piece of paper? Farrara yafriru. Yes? Farra yafirru. Masisa yamsasu, say massa yamassu. And what families we applied? Nasara, daraba, samia. Agree? Okay. Now let's look at some more examples.
Sorry, the question is now, is the both forms, can we go back there? Sorry. The both form we can read, I mean, in Quran or even in regular language, Arabic language, the both form will be written like farara, yafrir, and farra. It has the same meaning or it has different meaning?
Meaning is the same, but the style of writing will change from farara to farra.
And still the meaning will be the same?
Meaning will be the same because this is the idgham rule. This is, you can see, this is the rule of how you write. The meaning will not change, but the way you write it, it will change.
All right. Okay.
Follow? So let's look at some more examples and we will come back to it, inshallah. So in the Quran, based on these root letters, these are all nasara, 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 nasara. There is daraba and samia. In the Quran, or this is one of the dua, Bismillahillazi la yudurru ma'a hismihi shay'un fil ardi wala fis sama. This is one of the dua we have been reading because of COVID. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of us, we have been reading this because of this. So here the word yadurru is because of muda'af, the rule of idgham here. Can you see it now why yudurru here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this da ain yadu'ul yatim. Yes? So how do we write yadu'u? Because of the rule I just told you.
Yeah.
Similarly, wala yahuddu ala ta'amil miskin. This yahuddu, you see when there is a shadda, that means there is a dad sakina and then there is one dad with the dhamma. Yes? Now, how many people have read this verse? Tabbat yada abi lahabiyum wa tabba. So there is one here, tabba, tabbat, and there is tabba here.
Yeah.
And look at the qaf, sin. Nahnu nakussu alayka ahsanal qasasi. So nakussu is basically because of the rule of idgham on the muda'af. Agree? Brother Javed, are you with me?
Yes. Alhamdulillah. Take care.
Yes.
So look at this meme, noon. Kad mannallahu alayna. So what is manna here? There is a noon sakina and then noon with the fatha. Yes?
Yes.
Look at this from Suratul Abasa. Yawma yafirrul mar'u min akhihi wa ummihi wa abihi wa sahibatihi wa banihi. That day, the man will run away from his brother, from his mom, from his dad and his wife and his son. Banihi, or children. What day will that be? The day of Qiyamah. On the day of Qiyamah, will not regard any relationship. On that day will only be nafsi. Yes? Now look at this. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا فِي سِتَّةِ أَيَّامٍ وَمَا مَسَّنَا مِنْ لُغُوبٍ. And what is the masana coming from? Because of this meme, sin. In all these root letters, do you find the repeat words in the ain and the lam position?
Yes.
And when that happens, you have to apply the rule of idgham. Okay. Now look at this one now. Remember, we have to make the 14 sigas for Madi and the 14 sigas for Mudari. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So the rule number 2 is in the Madi, the first 5 sigas will have the shadda. And after that, there will be no shadda. Why is that? That's another rule. Okay. Darra, darra, darru. Do you see the shadda everywhere here?
Yeah.
Siga number 1, 2, 3. Darrat, darrata. Siga number 4, siga number 5. But look what happened after that. Dararna. Do you see a shadda here?
No.
Yes.
No. Why? When, look at this rule. Let me show you what I mean by this. Yeah, that will be very good rule to you, inshallah. Okay. What was the rule number 1? The first letter is sakin, and the second one is haraka. Yes?
Yeah.
Both have haraka. If the first one has haraka and the second one is sakina, no idgham. Follow?
Yes.
Idgham will happen when the first letter is sakin and the second has haraka. Idgham applies. Making sense?
Yes.
When you have
Yes.
both have harakas, idgham will apply, no problem. But if the first one has haraka and the second one is sukoon, no
No
idgham.
idgham.
Okay, so look at this. From Siga number 6, do we see the dad, then the ra? The first ra has haraka or no?
It does.
Yes.
The second one
sukoon.
is sukoon.
Sukoon.
Did we do idgham?
No.
No.
No. So that is another situation you have to keep in mind. Now, how would you understand these? First, you will understand like this in the class. Then you will take offline, read them, and then also make some notes. And then you will practice them. And inshallah, sooner or later, even if you don't memorize it by heart, you will be able to recognize it in the Quran next time to some extent. Only time, experience, and practice will make you perfect. Do I know these by heart? No. But do I understand them now? Alhamdulillah. Okay. And do I know where to apply? Because anytime I give you something, you need to take a piece of paper and pencil and draw these tables. You have to draw these tables. Yes? Okay. So then the next one will be Yadurru, Yadurrani, Yadurruna. Tadurru, Tadurrani, Yadurna. You see what happened? In the feminine plural, the root letters will not do idgham. Can somebody tell me why?
Oh, because the first letter has got the haraka, second is sukoon.
Very good. Now, Sister Nasreen, look at second person female, Jama. Tadurrun, Tadrunna. Tadrunna. Yes? Do you see any shadda there? Over here? Do you see any shadda here?
No. Same
Why?
thing.
Same thing. Why? Because the first letter has haraka and the second one has sukoon. So keep in mind that when the second letter has sukoon, no idgham. Brother Afzal?
Ji, brother.
Do you follow that rule?
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Okay. All right.
I think I need to practice it.
Yes, Brother Murad.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's, I mean, little difficult, but okay. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up.
Difficult, but not impossible.
Yeah, obviously. Inshallah.
Just a little presence of mind and you will get it, right? So let's look at this one. Daraba yadribu. What did I say? The first 5 siga of Madi will have idgham. From siga number 6 onward, no idgham. Look at it. Farra, farra, farru. Farrat, farrata. Fararna. Is siga number 6 is fararna. Brother Javed, why fararna is not idgham?
Because the second letter has spoon, so
Very
it
good.
cannot be. Yeah.
MashaAllah. You got it right on the dot. So Sister Hina, second person, farar tunna. Why there is no shadda on the ra here? Sister Homa? Oh, sorry, Sister Hina. Are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you see there are 2 ras here, one with the haraka and one with the sukoon, but there is no shadda here. Why?
Because Shadda's at the end.
No. That shadda is different. That is the second. But I'm talking about the rule that if the first repeat letter has the haraka and the second one is sakina, then we don't do the
Idgham.
Then we don't
Making
see
sense?
idgham.
Yeah, no idgham. Why? Because of this rule. We said if the first has sakin and the second is haraka, idgham okay. Yeah, idgham is good. If both have haraka, idgham is good. But if the first one has haraka and the second is sakina, no idgham.
No idgham.
Brother Ijaz, you good with this?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at one more. Okay, so brother Ijaz, this is Madi. How many sigas will be affected by the idgham? First five.
First five.
Massa, massa, massu, massat, massata, massis, na. You see, as soon as I hit the siga number 6, it's the regular gardan, not with the shadda anymore. Why? Because the first is haraka.
has haraka and the second scene has sukun.
Very good. Is it starting to sink in now a little bit?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, let's
we
look at.
We need to
Yes.
do it in 2 steps.
Yes.
First, write it the way we do Samia Yasmo, and then see what is the later those 2 letters are there. Yeah.
So
that make it
the
easy.
thing is, sorry.
Oh no, I think that will in the practice, if you make that way, that will become easy to understand.
Inshallah. That is why I'm saying that there comes a point in your life when you're learning something, you cannot stay away from writing. You have to write. And I'm sending you all this material. Even if you just write this one by looking at it, it will be a lot of help. It will tell you why I did that. Why is massa and not, and why is masisna. That will inshallah give you a lot of details. So let's quickly look at some more details. In some verbs, the second and the third radicals are identical. Isn't that what I'm telling you? That the ayn and the lam kalima is repeated. In such cases, the second radical will have shadda on it. Right? But that alone is not a lot of information. I had to include the additional information to make you understand why the shadda there and what happened to the other.
Yeah.
So for example, if you have za, noon, noon, in the Quran, you see this word zanna a lots of times. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and here is the gardan of that. The first 5 you will see with the shadda. Yes? And then after that, you will not see the shadda because you will start to see zananna, zananta, zanantuma, zanantum. Now, you need to understand why, because the second repeat letter, if it has a sukoon, no need to do any idgham.
Okay.
Follow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So some other words are shadda, marra, farra. We looked at some of them. And these are some of the examples from the Quran. Ma dallahum ala mautihi illa dabbatu. Yes?
Yeah.
So here the shadda is because of there is 2 lams, one sukoon and one with the fatha. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. This one, قُلْ لَا أَتَّبِعُ أَحْوَاءَكُمْ قَدْ دَلَلْتُ. But you see there is no shadda. Why?
Yeah, because the second one has got the sukoon.
Because the second one is sukoon, we did not do idgham. So you will see this in the Quran, but you will not see the other one. وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُهْتَدِينَ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَصَدُّوا عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Have you seen this word saddu in the Quran a lot?
Yeah, yeah.
And this is dal sakina and dal with the dhamma. Now you can decipher that. Yes? فَمَنْ هَجَّ الْبَيْتَ أَوِ التَّمَرَ. Hajja is what? The jim with the sukoon and jim with the fatha. Is it 3 letters?
Yes.
Ha,
Yeah.
jim, jim.
Yeah.
Correct? وَصَدَّهَا مَا كَانَتْ تَعْبُدُ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. Is sadda also same thing? Saad, dal, dal.
Dal. Yeah.
Yes, dal, dal. The first dal is sukoon. And the second one?
Fatha.
Fatha. Idgham applies. Agree?
Yeah.
وَأَنَّا زَنَنَّا أَلَّن تَقُولَ الْإِنسَانُ وَالْجِنُّ عَلَى اللَّهِ كَذِبًا. Yeah? So zananna, do you see there is a shadda there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But this is not from the 3 root letter family. This is actually more than that. That's why there are more
It's a
letters.
little different.
Okay. So, but right now we are focusing on the 3 root family, letter families. Yeah. وَأَنَّهُمْ ظَنُّوا كَمَا ظَنَنْتُمْ أَلَّنْ يَبْعَثَ اللَّهُ أَحَدًا. Look at this. Over here, idgham. Over here, no idgham. Follow?
Yeah.
In the same verse, one has idgham and one does not have idgham. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. We have seen that. Kad massa aba'ana darra'u wa sarra'u. And look at this. Darra'u and sarra'u also have lots of shaddat, but they're not from the 3 root letter words. They are more than that. So inshallah, since time is running out, I will send you this information. Please try to read it. And, as I said, there always comes a time in your life when you cannot be lazy anymore. You have to do a little bit hard work. And we are getting, and imagine that how many times and how much frequency it has in the Quran of these letters. You follow? So we cannot ignore them. Can we ignore them?
No.
Can't ignore them because they are so frequent in the Quran. Yes. Now look at this one. Suratul Ma'un, right? أَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِي يُكَذِّبُ بِالدِّينِ فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُ الْيَتِيمَ. Did we look at yadu?
Yeah.
Okay, then we see wala yahuddu ala ta'amil miskin, and the one does not feel the urge to feed the poor. Yes, follow?
Yeah.
Inshallah, this is exactly from the Quran, and you can focus more on this. Now, let's look at the verses we're gonna cover today. And this is from Suratul Yunus, and Suratul Yunus in English is translated as Jonah. And if you have your white friend or Christian friend, you will find a person with the name Jonah. Have you heard the name Jonah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jonah is Yunus in Arabic. Okay, similarly, Joseph is Yusuf. Joshua is
Yeshu.
Yeshu, or it was Yahya. Okay, I think.
John is Yahya.
Okay, John is Yahya, and Joshua is something with I forgot him. Okay, no, let's not worry about that. Yaqub is Jacob. Hak is Isaac. Yes.
Yeah.
David is Dawood.
Dawood. Solomon is Sulaiman.
Exactly. So, Dada Khalid, you were saying something?
Isaac is Ishaq.
Ishaq, sorry. Yes, Ishaq. Ishmael is Ismail.
Ismail,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Now look at this. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Innal lazina la yarjuna lika'ana. Indeed, those who do not expect the meeting with us. Lika'ana meaning meeting with us. When is the meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Day of judgment. The day of akhirah. Yes. So those people who do not believe in the day of akhirah. And what else? Waradu bil hayati dunya. And they are pleased with the life of the world. What ma'annu? Itminan. And they feel satisfied biha, in it. Wallazina hum an ayatina ghafilun. And what else? So indeed, those who do not expect the meeting with us, meaning they don't think that day of akhirah will ever come, or they would have to be answerable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And radu bil hayati dunya, and they are pleased with the life of dunya. Watma'annu, and they feel satisfied with it. And those, they are heedless of our signs. What does that mean? Okay, that means that if we are happy with this dunya and we think that dunya alone is what it is, and there is nothing after that, and we are so pleased with dunya and we are satisfied with, and whatever signs from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes to us, we say we don't care. Okay, so indeed those who do not expect the meeting with us and are satisfied with the life of this world and feel secure therein, and those who are heedless of our signs. Do you think we want to be among this group?
No.
Alhamdulillah, with the mercy of Allah, with the little iman we got, we are not in this group. Alhamdulillah, right? And then what is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying? Ulaika ma'wahumun naru bima kanu yaksibun. Those, their abode, like their home, will be the fire because of what they used to earn, because of what they used to do in the dunya. Making sense?
Yeah.
So, Allahumma Rabbana la tajalna minhum. We don't want to be among this group. Now, if we quickly look at the tafsir, the heading is over here. Let me show you. The heading will be the abode of those who deny the hour, which is the Qiyamah, Yawmul Qiyamah, is hellfire. So, isn't that belief of Yawmul Qiyamah is part of our Iman?
Yeah.
That is the reason, one of the reasons that indeed we have to believe in the day of Allah. So Allah describes the state of the wretched who disbelieved in the meeting with Allah on the day of resurrection and did not look forward to it. Alhamdulillah, we look forward to it. We know that we die, we will meet up with Allah.
Sure.
Who were well pleased with the life of this dunya. Yes, we enjoy the life of dunya, but we know that one day we have to go. And rest in it. Al-Hasan said, they adorned it and praised it until they were well pleased with it. What do you mean? They enjoy all luxuries of life and they work day and night for the luxuries of life. They put all their energies into this dunya. Whereas they were heedless of Allah's signs in the universe. Salah time, no care. Is it halal, haram? No care. Do I need to take care of my siblings? Do I have to take care of my brothers? Do I have to do charity? No care. I'm only concerned about myself, making this dunya and the best in this dunya. So Alhamdulillah, Summa Alhamdulillah, we are not one of these people. Okay. So they were also heedless of Allah's law. What is Sharia? What is halal? What is haram? What is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says? We don't care. And they do not abide by them. They just follow their own fancies and desires. So their abode on the day of return, which is the day of Qiyamah, is fire, a reward for what they have earned in this worldly life from among their sins and crimes. So with these kind of people who do not believe in Akhirah, do you think they will be mindful of their action? No. Because look, simple mathematics. If I'm driving on the street and if I don't see a cop and the speed limit is 100, I'm usually going to go 120, 110. But the moment I see from the corner of my eye a cop standing, I will slow down to probably 80. Have you done that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Always.
Okay, why? Because all of a sudden now you are feeling accountable, that cop can catch you and you know that he's going to give you a hefty bill or hefty ticket. And then you have to go to the court and then your license will be suspended or your insurance will go high. So when there are consequences, you change your actions. When there are no consequences, you feel like a king, you can do whatever you want to do. Agree with me on that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Alhamdulillah. So this is the little tashri or tafsir from Ibn al-Kathir about this verse. So the abode of those who deny the day of Qiyamah is hellfire. And the good reward is for the people of faith and good deeds. Let's look at these verses now. The first group is the one who deny the meeting with Allah and they are happy with the worldly life and they are ignoring all kind of signs from Allah or all his laws. So they will be ending up in Nar. Allahumma ijjanni minan nar. Innal lazina amanu. Indeed, those who believed wa amilus salihat and did good deeds. Yahdihim rabbuhum bi imanihim. Will guide their Lord by their faith. Because of this iman and because of this protective attitude we have that we have to do right deeds in this dunya, because of our sacrifices and compromises and staying away from haram and doing the halal will be the source of our guidance ending up in Jannah, inshallah. What kind of Jannah? Tajri min tahtihimul anharu fi jannatin naim. Will flow from underneath them the rivers in the gardens of delight. Do we want that? Guys, do we want that? Inshallah. Ameen. Allahumma inni as'alukal Jannah. Indeed, those who have believed and done righteous deed, their Lord will guide them because of their faith. So is it important to stay steadfast on your faith?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it important that you feel the pain and the difficulties in this dunya? Because sometimes following your faith is not the easiest thing. Yes? Sometimes doing the right thing is not the easiest thing because there are so many enemies or so many hurdles or so many challenges and trials. But because that faith, one day, inshallah, we'll be successful because that faith, with the help of that faith, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide us to Jannah. Yeah. Beneath them will flow in the gardens of pleasure. And what will be their kalam, or what will be their saying when they will end up in Jannah? Da'wahum fiha subhanaka Allahumma wa tahiyyatuhum fiha salam wa akhiru da'wahum anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Meaning their prayer, and you heard this verse in the Jummah Salah all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. So their prayer therein is glory be to you, Ya Allah, O Allah. And their greeting, tahiyya, meaning when you go to the masjid, you pray 2 rakah salat, they call tahiyatul masjid. That means you are doing those 2 nawafil just for the sake you entered the masjid. How many people know about tahiyatul masjid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Tahiyya is meaning your greeting, and their greeting will be peace. Salamun alaykum.
There is
and the last kalima, say that again.
There is Tahiyyatul Wudu as well.
Yeah.
Tahiyyatul Wudu, mashallah, yes. And the last kalam will be, or the last saying will be that thanks to or praise to Allah, the Lord of Alameen. Is Rabbil Alameen from Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen from Surah Fatiha?
Yeah.
Okay. So over here, if you read some of these verses, in these 2 ayahs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises the happy blessing for those who believed in Allah and His messengers. Alhamdulillah, we do. And for those that have complied with what they were commanded to follow, Alhamdulillah, we try to do to best of our capacity. Yes?
Alhamdulillah.
The promise is that He will guide them because of their faith, because of this iman you carry around with you and all the difficulties you face. Because of their faith, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward us, inshallah. And in the first interpretation, the meaning is that Allah will guide them on the day of resurrection to the straight path until they pass into the paradise because of their faith in the word. Agree?
Yeah.
The first interpretation. The other meaning is that their faith will assist them on the day of resurrection, as Mujahid said. The Lord will guide them through their faith, meaning the faith will be a light in which they walk. You know what Surah Araf is, right?
Yeah.
Have you read Surah Araf?
Yeah.
In Surah Araf, there is a situation when the light will come from the front of the people with the iman. Yes? And that light will be guiding them in the complete darkness when you are trying to cross the Sirat, full Sirat. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. And then the non-believers will say, hey, take us with you because we are in the dark here. Can you share some light with us? Now imagine this in the worldly light. You are going through a jungle or forest or some dark alley and you have a searchlight or a flashlight in your hand, right? Now, can you see the path just in front of your feet because of that flashlight? Because there's so much darkness.
Mm-hmm.
If you have that flashlight, can you pass that dark alley?
Yeah.
Yes. But if there is somebody with you and they don't have that flashlight, what will be their wish? That they stick around with you, right?
Yeah.
Because then you can guide them with that one light you have and you can both cross. Yes. So same situation will happen on the day of Qiyamah. The non-Muslims or the people who did not believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will not have no light. And only the people with the light which will coming out of their chest or from their body, there will be a source of guidance for them to cross the bridge or past the dark alley. Is that making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So inshallah, these I hope and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the guidance to understand Quran. And then when we do this in a group, that the same thing we read, individually, but it makes a big difference and big impact when you're reading it in a group, and we're trying to also understand the background or some of the things we discuss. And I hope that it softens our heart, increase our iman, and it brings us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Ameen.
With that, Jazakallah khairan for coming. I know, sorry, we had a little bit technical difficulties in the beginning, but Alhamdulillah, we bounced back and we still had a very productive class. And Jazakallah khairan for your patience. Anything correct I said is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anything wrong I said is completely my fault. May Allah forgive us. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa
Walaikum
barakatuh.
assalam.
Thank
Have
you,
a
Ahmed
nice
bhai.
day.
Thank you very much, brother.
Jazakumullah khair.